A new piece of New York State legislation went into effect this weekend. The Clean Slate Act automatically seals some criminal records after a waiting period. According to the New York Assembly website, that's 3 years after conviction or release from jail for a misdemeanor, or 8 years for a felony. The person must also keep a clean record and cannot be on probation or parole. The law still provides access to otherwise sealed records for certain reasons, like law enforcement purposes or some criminal background checks. The law went into effect on Saturday. In a news release that day, Governor Kathy Hochul said, quote, "The Clean Slate Act will play a critical role in helping New Yorkers find jobs, housing, and opportunities in education. Starting today, individuals who have paid their debt to society, stayed out of the criminal justice system, and are looking for a fresh start will begin to benefit from this landmark legislation," end quote.